Hi guys, today's topic is reactivity series experiment. We are going to see some metals reactivity. For example, zinc, iron, copper and aluminium. What does the reactivity series means? Which metal is more reactive? Which is more reactive and which is less reactive? With other salt solution, with aqueous salt solution. That only we are going to see in this topic. What? Zinc, iron, copper and aluminium. In this four, which metal is having high reactivity and which is less reactivity? Okay, with aqueous salt solution, the reaction is going to done between these metals with their salt solution. Okay. For example, copper salt solution is what? Copper sulfate, CuSO4. So aluminium sulfate, Al2SO4, within the bracket 3 will come. For iron, what will come? FeSO4. For zinc, Zn-SO4. Zinc sulfate, ferrous sulfate, copper sulfate, aluminium sulfate. So these metal reactions with their salt solution we are going to see. First, aim. What is the aim? First one is, first we are observing the action. Observing the action of those metals. Observing the action of zinc, iron, copper and aluminium metals. And second one is arranging the metals with their decreasing reactivity order. Decreasing order, which is high, increasing order or decreasing order, which is high reactive, which is least reactive. That only we are going to find. First, different metals have different characters. Not all the metals have the same characters. Zinc will have different character when comparing with the iron, copper and aluminium. Like that, different metals have different characters with chemical reagents. And second one is a more reactive metal. A more reactive metal will displace the less reactive metal. For example, we are taking any two reactant we are taking in the reaction, means any metal. Here I am A metal taking, here B metal. In these two metals, which is more reactive? For example, this is more reactive, this is more reactive, means this metal will displace this B. This is more reactive means it will automatically displace this less reactive metal. So that reaction is known as displacement reaction. So these are all the main things we are going to see in this topic. And here one example of displacement reaction. I am going to take what I said, metal is going to react with what I said, salt solution, aqueous salt solution I said. So here I am going to take what metal means zinc metal plus what salt solution means copper salt solution, copper sulfate solution I am taking here. So what is the reaction is going to happen? In one beaker, 100 ml beaker I am taking, and inside the beaker I am pouring some copper sulfate solution. What is the color of the copper sulfate solution? Blue color copper sulfate solution I am taking here. Okay, and inside the beaker I am putting this zinc metal I am putting here. After few minutes I am observing what is happening, means this blue color solution color fades. This blue color solution color fades. Which means what? The copper sulfate solution, this zinc metal is displacing the copper. So the copper sulfate blue color solution is color fades. Then zinc sulfate outcomes. This is only an example of displacement reaction. Again I will repeat. I said one metal is going to react with aqueous salt solution. So here I am taking zinc metal plus copper sulfate solution. In the beaker, blue color copper sulfate solution is there, and I am putting zinc metal. After a few minutes, I am observing what is happening means the blue color solution color fades. Why? Because the zinc is displacing the copper, then zinc sulfate will form up. So here, see which is more reactive, whether the zinc or copper. Of course, zinc is more reactive than copper. Zinc is more reactive than copper. Then you can write which is more reactive. Zinc metal is more reactive in comparing with copper. Copper is less reactive. This is more reactive. Like that, we are going to see another one example. Aluminium. Aluminium. Aluminium has the ability to displace the zinc. See here, zinc is more reactive than copper, but here aluminium is more reactive than zinc. So you can write the series, zinc will less reactive in comparing with aluminium. Aluminium is more reactive. This aluminium has the ability to displace the zinc. Not only zinc, it has the ability to displace the zinc, iron and copper. These three things will be displaced when reacting with aluminium. So aluminium is very more reactive metal. Now we will see some reactions for this displacement. Now some reactions for this aluminium displacements. We are taking here aluminium solid. Why I am writing here aluminium? To balance the chemical equation. If you have any doubt in the balancing chemical equation means, I will give the link in the description box. You can see that my previous video, then you know clearly about the balancing equation. Now come for this reaction, aluminium solid plus zinc sulfate. This is aqueous solution, salt solution. I am writing to balance the equation. Now what I said means aluminium, here see, aluminium is more reactive than zinc, iron and copper. So this aluminium will easily displace this zinc. Easily displace the zinc. So this aluminium will come here. Al, how many Al is here? 2. Al2 and balance this SO4. SO4 is 3 here. So within the bracket I am writing 3 plus balance this displaced zinc will come here. How many zinc is there? 3. So 3 zinc. This is solid. So this like the reaction will came out. The next reaction, aluminium with iron sulfate, we can write here. Aluminium with iron sulfate, ferrous sulfate, FeSO4, which gives what? This aluminium is more reactive. So this aluminium will easily displace this ion. So this ion will go there. How many Fe is here? 3. So 3 Fe. This is solid. So S. So balance things you can join and write Al2SO4 3. Aluminium sulfate gone. Came and the ion separated. Again aluminium with copper sulfate, CuSO4, copper sulfate solution. So as usual, this aluminium is more reactive, so this is displacing the copper easily. So the copper came out. The balance thing, join and write Al2SO4 thrice. So from these reaction, what you are observing means this aluminium is more reactive, so it is displacing zinc, iron and copper. When comparing these four metals, which is more reactive? This aluminium is more reactive. In part 2 video, we can see about the other reactions like zinc with the other metals, iron with other metals and copper with other metals. This part 1 is completed. Thank you.